Hi, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about what is the difference between faith and trust in God. And these two go hand in hand for sure. But there are some differences, and I'm going to share with you how you will know when you've quit trusting God. Let's start by talking about faith. What is faith? Faith is believing in something that you can't see. Faith is a noun. It's something that we have. It's basically a strong belief in a higher power without any proof or evidence. Faith says our higher power can, and we know that they can achieve the miracle. Faith has also been called the substance of hope. So hope is believing that things could be better than they are right now. And that ties right into faith, because with our faith we are believing that something could be different and that God could help create that miracle in our life. So how do we exercise that faith, and what does that require of us? Faith is believing, and I think a lot of times the problem is what we are believing in. Instead of just believing God, we are believing in the outcome, and sometimes that creates a faith crisis. So for instance, if I'm asking for God to create this miracle in my life, and I put all my faith and all my prayers into Him creating that, and then that doesn't happen, then a lot of times we go into crisis mode and quit trusting God, because obviously He's not there or He would have created that miracle. That's what we're thinking. But I want to share a different perspective about faith. Faith is trusting in God's wisdom and God's knowledge, not just in His ability to create the miracle that we want. And there was a time not so long ago that I really, like never before, called down the powers of heaven with my faith. I do not ever remember a time when I expected and asked for a miracle so completely with all of my heart than I did at this time. And it was amazing to watch, because I said my prayer, I called down the powers of heaven, and then I just watched things start falling into place. This person connected me to this person was going to give us what we needed. We had meetings that were fabulous and beautiful, and it looked like everything had just fallen into place. I knew God would honor my faith. And then it all fell apart. All of it. We did not get the financial support that we needed. That's what we were looking for. And I was devastated. Devastated. I had never used that much faith in my life to ask for something. And the thing is, as I started trying to recover, I would say, from that, it took me a little while to get myself back on track. I was really devastated. But as I started trying to understand what happened and understand if I did something wrong in that circumstance, I started asking God some questions. And I want to share with you some of the impressions that I got. I felt that my faith was strong, that when I'm in alignment with truth, I can call down miracles. And that I always need to make sure my intentions are pure, and I need to always be in alignment with Him and ask what to pray for, and then let go and let God. And I realized in that situation, I knew I needed a miracle, but I thought I knew what that miracle should look like. And so that's what I asked for, and that's what I put all my faith in. If I had stopped and asked Him, what should I pray for? I think it might have been a little different. So I asked then, what happens if I ask for the wrong thing? Which is maybe what I felt like I did. I was asking for a miracle that I thought would be a good idea. But what I heard was that faith is never wasted. That faith I extended in God, that is never go unseen by heaven. They see that and they acknowledge that. But oftentimes our faith is redirected. And that was such a beautiful thing to understand, that my faith was heard, that the power of that faith was noticed, and that it was redirected into another type of miracle that was coming. And the funny thing is, this segment and this YouTube channel is actually the fruition of that miracle. And so it's a privilege for me to share that with you today. A few weeks after we got the news that our miracle wasn't coming how we thought, I had some inspiration to connect with an old friend. I was not aware he had become a huge YouTube producer, and he usually charges thousands of dollars to meet with people and help them and guide them on their YouTube creation. And he just felt like what we had was a good cause, and he was willing to help us for free. And I'm telling you, that's a huge miracle. And again, the whole reason why I'm speaking to you today. So I know that our faith can be redirected. Our faith is never wasted. And it's important that we put our faith in God and not our faith in the outcome. Let's move on and talk about trust now, because trust and faith are companions. Trust opens the way for heaven to work in your life. The more fully you trust, the more fully heaven can lead you. And trust is a verb. It's something we do. So we have our faith, but our trust moves us into action. For instance, if you have faith that it's going to rain, then you go out and plant the crops. That's the action. And even from the scriptures, Christ thanked the Father for raising Lazarus from the dead even before he performed the miracle. That is faith and trust. So trust says our higher power is capable and will do it. Trust is largely based on an evidence that our higher power is real. And so when we trust God with all of our heart, it leaves no room for doubt. The heart is connected to truth, and there is a submission in the heart when we hand things over to God and trust Him with it. When we try to understand things from our perspective, it's very limited. We can't see the big picture. And I would like to liken that to a puzzle, putting a puzzle together. A lot of times we just get one little piece at a time in our life that's our answer. And I don't know if you've ever worked on a puzzle with a group, but I find it frustrating sometimes when somebody else has the picture, someone else has the box, and I just am working on the other end of the table, trying to guess what it looks like, trying to imagine where this little piece would go. And it's difficult sometimes. I had an experience recently. We went down to Zion's National Park, which is magnificent if you've never seen it. But at one point we had to drive through this long tunnel, and it was the longest tunnel I've probably ever driven through. And we were going along in this darkness and going along, and then all of a sudden they had carved out almost a window in the wall so that you could see out and see the beautiful vista. And for 1 minute, you got a picture of where you were and what it looked like and how magnificent it was. And then you were back in the darkness, and we would drive and drive and drive and drive. And then it would open up again, and you would see this magnificent view. And as I sat there in the darkness, I thought, wow, this feels a lot like my life. Sometimes I just get that glimpse. I just get that picture just for a minute, how all the pieces are working together. And then I'm back in the darkness trying to kind of fumble my way through it. So trust is knowing that even though God is just giving us these little pieces one day at a time, and we can't always see where he's taking us or what he's leading us to, but trust that God has the picture. He knows the big picture. He knows what this is all creating and where we're going in our life. So our trust actually empowers us when it comes from the heart and it's combined with our faith. Trust can bring this beautiful, calming peace into our life that's so important to understand. So, how do you know when you've quit trusting God? This is something I learned the hard way. I was working on creating a big project. I was trusting God. I had faith. I knew it was the right thing to do. I knew he wanted me to complete this. And I was moving forward to the best of my ability. But then things just stopped moving forward and I hit a wall. And I started getting nervous. I started worrying about things. I started questioning whether this was a good idea. I started wondering if I should have made a different choice. And all of these doubts and fears came up in my mind. And so I wrote a letter to God and said, please, I'm worried about this, and I'm concerned about this, and I don't know if this is going to work out, and help me. I am dying here. I am struggling. And the answer that came back was so simple but so powerful. And God said, worry means you're questioning me. Worry means I've quit trusting God. And I thought, no, I didn't. No, I trust you. I trust you. And then I thought, yeah, no, I don't. I am totally relying on what I can see right now. I'm not trusting that you see the big picture. I can only see what I can see. And it's not working out. And so that was a huge lesson for me. And whenever I go into worry, I stop and ask myself, where in this situation could I trust God more? What have I quit having faith in? A lot of times I've quit having faith in myself, to be honest, but sometimes I quit believing that God knows what he's doing. I start questioning him. And so I want worry to be an indicator for you that maybe your heart is out of alignment and you've stepped out of that space of trust. It's important that we do our part as we trust God and ask for miracles to happen. If we want a good crop and we believe it's going to rain, we go out and plant the seeds. We don't just wait around and say, hey, the minute you get some rain, then I'll trust you and then I'll go plant the crops, right? Faith and trust are all about acting even in the darkness. When we can't see the light yet, we're willing to trust God and know that he's leading us to that light. So I hope this has helped you today as we talked about the difference between faith and trust. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below and share with us how trust and faith have worked in your life. And if this video has helped you, we release videos daily and weekly, and so subscribe and you'll never miss an episode. And we hope that these wholeness hacks help you to live life whole.